Hello. Thank you for joining. For everybody who's gonna drop or hear, but I'm not saying anything. Hi. We're having morning voice today. Because it's not exactly morning, but I sat in bed for a long time doing stuff on my phone that related to projects and stuff, but I didn't need to get up, so I just sat there on my phone. Yeah. So today we're going to have another part of our life. We're gonna finish our early teenhood, the summer of our early teenhood, and after that the next part is probably going to be our actual teenage years, like when we're 15 to 17, I suppose. We're gonna see. I haven't I actually checked. I was about to lie by mistake. I checked how long it is, like the lifespan. I think we reach our mid-20s, but I'm not sure. So yeah, I hope you are cozy and ready for some narration. We're gonna have a good time. Got myself a bit of coffee from yesterday. Yeah, it sounds kind of bad, but actually it isn't. My room is kind of cold, so my coffee is cold, which I actually like. I don't like drinking hot coffee unless it's freezing outside. Also, let me... We have emote. Whoa! Okay, this is the new thing that was suggested in my Discord. Each one of my regulars suggested emote wall, and I implemented it. I hope it works. Hopes when people show up and we see emotes, we can see them on screen. It will probably be used on streams where I don't play outright the game, but to just narrate stuff, because recently I realized what is wrong with my PC thanks to people in Discord. I have 2 low RAM, like my RAM is 8, and to be able to stream even the most basic games you need like 16, and I can't change it currently because I have to outright buy a new PC, which is impossible for me with my lack of finances now. So yeah, we are going to kind of function like this for at least 1 more month. If I start work soon, we're gonna use all the money I get in stream, if I get affiliated, and out of stream to get my new PC, because it's gonna be the most important. Everything else can function properly except the PC itself. Like, I like my model a lot. Even if my setup is simple, I like it too. But the RAM and the CPU are just dead. So yeah. By the way, I was thinking about how to name chat, and probably my regulars are gonna think that I'm crazy, but I really want to call you babies. Like, I know it's stupid since it's not very personalized name, but till we get something more personal, I want to call you babies. It just sounds cute. And even if some of you may be technically older than me, I feel like I'm taking care of children sometimes. So yeah, we're gonna see what's happening. Let me see if everything is running properly. I hope everything is running okay. Yeah, I hope everything is running okay. Yay! So, let me open the game. Get nice. It's running. So this is my morning voice. Like, I kinda sound a bit more accurate to my face, I think. Yeah. I'm working on my artwork for my cover song, which kinda almost disappeared yesterday, and I lost my mind. I thought that I lost the line art, and I was like, no, please. We got confirmed that one of my friends is gonna join us and gonna speak with us on Saturday. Let me elongate this a little bit for you guys. Yay! Let me check. Game sounds. Okay. Get my BGM down so you can hear it. I think we're gonna keep it like this since I'm talking a bit like I talk kinda low because of my voice like being non-existent when I wake up and kinda gruff. So we're gonna have this a bit lower so you can hear the narration better. If it's hot where you are, take something cold to drink. Put the AC on if you have AC, or open the windows so there's a bit of, fresh air. And if it's cold where you are, take something hot, or if you like hot drinks, and bundle yourself up. For those of you who are at work, I hope that I'm good BGM. One of the things that I wanted to do is kind of be a silent support to people. But yeah. Let me see. I want to be sure everything is okay, so we can swiftly start. Okay. Yay! Everything is set up. Sorry for all the me not talking. I want to check stuff. I use my phone to check the stream since I don't have two monitors, and it kinda sucks sometimes. Okay. Load. Yep. It was this one, right? Oh, we had one more. I, for some reason, remember having two. Oh god, yeah, I remember that I actually read this one and it kind of tagged my voice. Okay. Maybe like this? Even though you were awake, the sun had barely peeked in its head above the horizon. The sky above was still dark, though lining. Yup, I told you, Pedich. I told you. I don't know. I saw you on Discord and I actually pinged you because I thought that you. But of course, if you don't have time, you're free to just lurk or not watch. But yeah. But you can try it for yourself with random emote to see if it works actually. Because even if. Please tell me it works. Why it's not working? Oh no, it's not working. Shit. Why it's not working? No, it's not working. I have to check it. Oh no. No, why it's not working? It's supposed to work. Whoa. No. I think I set it up right. It should be working though. The fuck? Oh no, I'm gonna test it for tomorrow to be sure that there is. Actually, I don't know if it's gonna work tomorrow because we're gonna be on YouTube tomorrow. So, for Saturday, I'm gonna do my best so it's working. I'm really sorry, Perich. I set it up. I thought that I set it. No. Like it's supposed to work. It's visible. It's on the front of me. Like it's not. Nothing is above that source, so it's supposed to be visible. Weird. I'm really sorry. But at least we're gonna have some chill time with our life. I was excited though. That's so annoying. Why it doesn't work? Huh. Weird. It's very weird. I'm gonna check it later. Why it doesn't work? And it should work with all emotes, I think. So I have no idea. I have to check. There was like I mean, someday I'm gonna have my own emote. So, by the way, did you hear what I was trying to make up for name for my chat? Like, even though you two are one of my regulars, and you know, most people, if you visit me, lurk. But I started to think about names I can give you, and even though technically I'm probably I'm not that old compared to you, my brain started thinking of calling you babies because I feel like I'm like taking care of kids sometimes. But yeah, I'm really sorry that it isn't showing. I don't know why. I'm gonna check after stream. I knew that you were gonna react like that. I'm gonna baby my chat as much as I want. The privileges of being able to baby chat. The sweet, sweet babying privileges. You are. But in all seriousness, I use that in very endearing way because I'm really thankful for everybody in chat. If you want. But don't use it often. If you want, I don't mind joking about it that way. Oh, I'm the last person who can fit that description, but okay. Oh my god. My chat. Perfect. So, swift update before starting reading. For Saturday, we are confirmed we're gonna have a guest. They are my friend. They draw a lot and are quite older than me in terms of how long they are as a Vtuber. Like, they are on the scene from 2 years. And I can't wait to introduce you to them. I don't know if we're gonna play a game. Depends of how my PC is working that day. But we're gonna talk. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I am still up to record the final take of the song, which is kinda nerving because me and time management are impossible, but okay. So yeah, these are the small updates for today. Let me stretch and start reading. We have the last part of our summer before we... I will die if you call that. It is gonna be so funny because like I'm pretty much the same person out of stream, but then again, they feel like my parents sometimes, so it's gonna be kind of funny. Okay. I'm so annoyed that we can't see the emojis, what the hell. Okay. Even though you were awake, the sun had barely peeked its head above the horizon, and the sky above was still dark. Oh, Chad, I'm really sorry. I'm living with people. They enter every single time I start to stream. Because they don't know what exactly I'm doing. And it's like, oh, you're playing with friends. And I'm like, yes, I am doing that. No, I'm not trying to build a community, no. And I don't try to give good time to people, no. Oh, scuff. Scuff, scuff. I'm really sorry. I'm starting this sentence for third time. Okay. Even though you were awake, the sun had barely peeked its head above the horizon, and the sky above was still dark. The lightning... Wait a minute. Usually, you wouldn't be up so early, especially during summer vacation, but today was different. Today, instead of lazy day you were used to, everything around you was a flurry of activities as both you, your family, and cows prepared for what lay ahead. You bitch queen. Oh god. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I just don't feel comfortable telling them. This is something like VTubing and the whole interest I have in VTubers in general as a person is very special to me, and I kinda don't like elaborating to people outside of internet about it. It feels invading in my... It's something very important to me. I don't know how to explain it otherwise. Because parked in the street just outside your house was a massive RV camper, so big you couldn't even see Cole's house behind it. Oh Jesus, how big is that thing? Oh. His parents had rented the RV for a few days to take him on a short road trip to see the Redwood Nation Park. I can offer a tour bodyguard services change or candy. Oh, I don't know why this reminds me of a time when I was a kid, when I was low-key addicted to caffeine. Not caffeine drops, but they were like a candy, but it was essentially energy drink in candy form, and I was obsessed with them, and I was way too young to be obsessed with something like that. He glanced at Cove, who was standing nearly taking the scene in front of him. The prospect of a trip had to be mixed bag for him, but it was only 3 days, so it seemed he was dealing with it as best as he could. Especially now that you and your family were joining them. You weren't sure how exactly it had happened. You knew your parents and Coles spoke to each other often, and somewhere along the way, plans were made after Cliff offered to share the space. The parents all told it was a fantastic idea. You had already gotten a good look inside while helping to load everything in, and you had to admit that while it was a really big car, fitting that many people inside was going to be snug. I used to eat a whole pack of sour candy. I like sour stuff. I like sour stuff too. But like depending on the sour, there is this Tabasco sauce that I have at home, and it's kind of like it's burning hot but also sour, and it's very odd and pleasant sour.
Let's go.
Move it or lose it, kiddo. Mom busted past with a cooler in one hand and a large bottle of water under the other. She was a bit for this early in the morning. I mean, your tongue is like not evolving, so to speak. It's still the same. It's still the same sensitivity as it was before. So, oh my goodness, my lag. Ma, however, seemed to be on the other side of the wavelength. She followed behind her wife, dragging her feet on every step. I'm going to need a whole jug of coffee once we hit the road. Oh my god, chat. The people in my house just left because they have work today. I can read without worrying. Nice! Hello! Oh god. Okay. Yeah, I could relate. Way too early. Actually, it's kind of way too early in different sense because since I kind of go to sleep late, even though the last week or so my brain is shutting me quite early, most of the time I sleep, like go to sleep in the morning, so is it too early or too late? I don't know, but I would feel so groggy if I have to travel so early. Then again, I don't like traveling when there is sunlight. I don't like existing. There is a reason that I don't like sunlight in general, so time to rain hellfire. No time to clean the apartment after I finish streaming for you guys. Oh, you yawned and rubbed at your eyes, still sleepy from the early morning wake-up call. The air outside was still damp from dew until that helped make you a bit more alert. And then, at the end of the chain came your sister. She had a bone to pick before the trip officially started. The rating of critique added some level of normalcy to everything new going on. I don't get why I can't sleep in the bed tonight. Zero is the youngest. I'll never fall asleep in that loft. We are trying to make things fair of everyone. If you want to play the older card, you should be offering to take the loft both nights. It's important for big siblings to make sacrifices for their younger ones. Elizabeth huffed, not happy with that answer in the slightest, and folded her arms, leaning back against the side of the RV. The trip plan had been nailed down prior. The sleeping arrangements indeed included Elizabeth, still held on. Oh, I couldn't read that sentence at all. I'm really sorry. The trip plans had been nailed down prior. The sleeping arrangements included Elizabeth. Why I can't read that sentence? Chat. Why I can't read that sentence? Elizabeth still held on to her objections with them. There was a main area of the RV with the couch, loft and some floor space. At the end of the car was a room with a large bed. Your moms were sharing the bed. Harry was on the couch, and father and son intended to sleep on the floor. I don't like existing is worrisome to hear. Wait, where that comes from? Did I say that? I sometimes don't hear what I am saying. No, it's so bad. Every time I try to be illiterate. No, you're not. You're typing what you're typing, so the adults determined you and Elizabeth would switch between the small loft above the driver's seat and sharing the bed with moms. I hate sleeping with other people around me. I said it? Oh my god. This is proof that my brain is still working on I just wake up hours. Oh my god, what the fuck I'm saying sometimes when I'm sleepy. / I'm not woken up. I use speech to text. At least you can communicate. Speaking of speech to text, there's one Vtuber I hope someday we can rate if we stream at the same time. And they use text to speech because they are non-verbal, and it's impressive to see them handle streams that way. I hope we can kind of match the times someday so I can rate them. They're very OG, like streaming from 2018, which is way back. I don't like sleeping with other people. I don't like sharing my space with people. Give me small dark room and I'll be happy. But I don't like sleeping with people close to me. I mean, yeah, it's unfair here to sleep on the floor, but actually I would prefer that because at least I will have kind of space for myself and not potentially be hugged by somebody while I'm sleeping. It's not gonna be awkward. I had done that even though I was quite older. I had to sleep in the same bed with my mom. It's just gonna be uncomfortable, so I'm gonna say that. After all, it was supposed to be a trip for him and his family before yours ended up coming along too. Now he had been kicked out on every bed-like space and put on the floor. There had to be another way to organize things, so it was better for him. No, we're not gonna do that, especially now. I mean, kind of. Okay. I could sleep on the floor or whatever for one night too, so Cove could have a turn in the loft instead. You announced your idea to the group, and everyone paused from what they were doing to consider it. Cove was taken aback by the consideration that he hadn't thought about how he had clearly gotten the short end of the stick.
No.
There's no way. You'd be sleeping in the back while I'm with moms. There's barely enough room for three. We can't add a fourth. Then I can be on the floor for a night. And he will be on the floor for one night when Elizabeth is in the loft.
Sorry.
No, can't do, Zero, sorry. The three of us all together down there is bonding time. Liv put an arm around Kyra's shoulder and the other around Cove, dragging them both into him. They smiled at his little show. Is he trying to get back with his egg? I think that he's trying to get back with Kyra. I mean, if they come, like, they get back together, it's gonna be good. For Cove, I think he kinda got used to them being together, like in the same space, but still. I will forever think that Cliff is kinda goofy. Like he always feel young, and now he's around his 30s, I think. It's not that 30 is old, but he still feels like he's in his 20s. I'm afraid we can't extend you an invite. You simply have to take the loft. Cove and his mom both shook their heads at Mr. Holden, and you had to agree that it was a pretty weak excuse. As far as excuses go, they were just being hospitable to your family.
Don't worry about it.
Thanks, Zero. It's alright. I can take the floor for 2 nights. And that settled the matter for good. Alright. You lot. Does everyone have everything they need? We're heading out in 5 minutes. Now it's time to double check. You don't want to forget something important. At the word, Elizabeth yelped and dashed back into the house, her bedhead hair bouncing behind her as she went. Ma came over and gave you a smile, setting her hands on her hips. How about you, Zero? Come on, game. Come on, game. Don't crash on me. Oh no. Okay. I continued working. These 2 days kinda take toll on my PC for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know if I forgot something. There's no way for me to know. Yeah, we should. Come on. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I can't remember what. I chuckled and gave you a squeeze on the shoulder. I get like that on trips too, so I've learned to pack extra in case I or anyone else forgets. With the amount of supplies we're stuffed into the RV, I think we'll be okay. It's only a few days after all. Thanks, Ma. With a few minutes left to spare before leaving, you mentally went over what you had packed for the trip: clothes, a pillow, a blanket, usual day-to-day gear for most people. You also had more personal things such as oh, of course. Boy, I haven't seen an MP3 player in ages. With so much time going to be spent driving in a car, you wanted to make sure you'd be able to have some music to put on. Portable gaming console is probably something I would take if I had. That's probably Switch. I don't have Switch, but if I had, I would have brought it everywhere I go. So we're getting my Switch too. The drive to Redwood National Park would take an entire day on the way, so you wanted to make sure you had a way to entertain yourself while traveling there and back. I constantly forget that the story is based on a time where phones and everything wasn't that advanced. I don't remember which year it is, but given for what they're talking about and the fact that we have MP3 player. Sorry for the lag of the sound, by the way. For some reason everything is lagging today. Wait. I'm trying to fix. Okay. I don't know what that was. Sorry for the skipping of the sound. My game lagged very badly. Do you even have electricity? Switch can be charged, and generally in national parks and such where you put a campfire and stuff, there are places that have ports for electricity and stuff, since you have to be sure that in case the car runs out, like the accumulator fucks off or something. So there are ways to charge stuff. And batteries of games are kinda long living anyways, so it's not that pointless of getting one. But yeah, I think it's all. I maybe will take camera if we weren't in ages with phones with cameras, so I'm gonna say that and with them. It was such a little pocket camera you had gotten from your mom's. But couldn't miss the opportunity to take some new snaps. Yep. And that was everything. Hey, let me take that from you, Zero. I'll stow it in the RV. There are a few spots left. It will fit. Let Kyra take your bag and gave her a grateful smile. With nothing left to do, you watch the others getting ready for the trip. Kyra and Cliff seem to have the most energy of anyone. They were finishing packing the suitcases away while your moms had gone to lock up the house. They high-fived whatever another one got crammed into the storage compartments of the vehicle. Even though your own parents were more wonky than cows, you could tell they were both excited for the trip. It had been a while since your family had been away anywhere together. Elizabeth skipped towards the RV, a bag slung over her shoulder, and you were surprised to see she seemed more optimistic about the whole ordeal now. Usually she wasn't one to exit the confines of her room unless it was for TV or food, or to have her family behind to be with her friends. You would have thought the 3 whole days packed in an RV with 6 other would be too much for her, but it was a nice surprise. I suppose any vacation was better than non-vacation in her mind. Cole had been pretty quiet so far, and more than anything, seems to be overwhelmed by the situation. I don't like being around a bunch of people, and I never did. Like, family gatherings feel awkward for me because I don't know, I'm just kind of self-sufficient person that prefers to be alone. And even with the people I know outside my family, for me it's enough to go on like coffee meeting once several months. Like, we don't meet each week or anything. We don't even text each other sometimes. I'm gonna say that because I don't have particular dislike of the situation, but I'm not very excited either. Yet never stayed overnight in one before and wanted to know what it'd be like. Soon the miscellaneous remaining tasks had all been wrapped up. Ooh, God, that's fancy. Jesus. Okay. Everyone piled into the RV. It was officially time for the trip to start. And it did. Cliff took the first shift driving. He cautiously navigated the massive car on the narrow neighborhood streets. It was and go for the first part of the journey. Your moms and Kyra were all bundled at the front, trying to get a view of how much space they had on each side. There was a sense of relief when the first long leg of the trip was hit, and the RV would only need to go down on stretch of highway for miles. The mom group cleared out the driver's area, leaving Cove's dad to do it. Taking more comfortable seats around the cabin, you felt like you could finally relax now too. The time slipped by as morning faded away. Before you realized it, the engine of the RV came to stop, but only halted for a few moments as Cliff climbed out from the driver's seat and Moms took over. I was sitting shotgun giving Moms a quick tutorial on the controls, as it was her first time driving anything this large. Cliff groaned as he headed towards the rest of you, stretching his arms above his head and loosening up his muscles. We're making good progress. Yeah, maybe we should take a nap in the back for a while. That was a long haul we just did, and I know you're not less sleep. I know you've on a less sleep than usual. Cliff waved a hand. That trademark grin of his slipped into place.
Nah.
I don't need sleep. I've still got few miles in old tank. He flexed an arm, showing off his muscle to drive the point about how resilient he was home, and Kyra rolled her eyes in amusement. Okay, this dude have so much vibe of a teenage couple, like it's so funny considering that they're one of the parents, but they constantly make this funny teenage bickering as a couple. I'm like, how you end up being divorced if you constantly do this, or for some reason you can't function like this, but at the same time end up needing to divorce each other? I don't get it. Because they sound like they're good together. Another kind of mutually weird in a endearing way, because remember they played kind of poker with Cove and actual money, which is like very interesting thing to do with your son that's like 13. I don't know, they're interesting case indeed. Dad, everybody has to sleep. Paul shook his head at the tough guy's act, so Cliff simply shook out and ruffled his son's hair.
So?
Are you going to be driving again anytime soon, Mr. Holden? I want to know so I can prepare. Did anyone pack some rope? I might need it. There's no seatbelts up here. Elizabeth called down from where she was lounging in the loft above the driving compartment. She was lying on her back, her hair falling over the side and swinging around as the RV started up again and to go down the road. A bag of potato chips was balanced on Elizabeth's stomach, and she tossed a couple in her mouth right as Cliff held a hand to his chest, pretending to be offended by the remark. Harry laughed lightheartedly.
Don't worry about that.
Lucky for all of us, we have enough adults to cover the shifts today. He won't be driving again until tomorrow. So he's driving back. Oh God. I would have laughed at this. I like the atmosphere, it's kind of friendly. Uh, oh, I can joke with my moms. uh, I really want to try this. I don't know if it's exactly pointed at our parents, but I hope so. Let's not forget how many times Mom had put a dent in our car. It was only twice, and neither of those times was my fault. Thank you very much. Mom then shouted back in her seat to join the conversation. A playful smile muted her lips. What I'm more worried about is this old monster getting us there and back again before it falls apart. It looks as though it was built in the early 90s. It must be older than some of the occupants. That's just the aesthetic of the decor. It's not that old. I think. Did you ask what year the model was before you rented it? Ira Uringut was lost in thought.
Hey!
Yes, I did. I just can't remember what the answer was. Cliff checked out at her, while the rest of you let out a collective sigh. The RV lurched a little as it picked up speed, and you held onto the ladder to the loft to keep your balance. You felt something graze the top of your head before a weight settled on your blue hair. When you tilted your chin up carefully to look, you heard the rustling of the bag of chips and realized Elizabeth has rested the end of it on your head. She gestured to the opening, slightly offering share her snack. I don't understand Elizabeth sometimes. Sometimes she's the typical kind of grumpy sister, and sometimes she does like nice stuff like this one. Like we had this whole conversation of both being adopted the last time, and this time she's like sharing the chips and everything. Sometimes she feels annoying, but currently the past two chapters she feels so for some reason. I don't understand her sometimes. Reaching up, you scooped up some chips. After that, the weight of the packet left your skull. By the way, imagine how low the ceiling of this thing is, because she's above that part that here, and I am not very tall. Like you could put your height when you made your character, and I'm short. So how low is that ceiling? Like, or how long her arms are? One of the both. The day flew by, with a group of you chatting, playing games, and passing time together before finally arriving at the park and settling up for the night. Ma was closing the windows while everyone got ready for bed, saying goodnight to the others as she made her way to the back room. You had all had dinner. Whoa, that's weird grammar. You had all had dinner together while still driving, and some hours after had arrived at your destination and found a spot to park. Sorry. My voice is not cooperating with me today, but I really wanted to stream earlier. By the way, chat, Chat, have you ever traveled in an RV or just been on a road while sleeping in your car and stuff like that? Since we're on the topic, I'd be interested to hear either in chat or later in comments if you're watching the VOD, if you have ever slept on a car or like RV or something similar while you were traveling. Like, of course, most people had slept in car if their parents were driving, I think. But I am talking about like sleeping in the car, you know, this type of sleeping in the car. Giving a look across the front of the RV, you noticed almost everyone there was already dozing off where they were, with Cole having completely fallen asleep curled up in the passenger seat. He must have done so while Kyra was driving the last leg, and they had decided to not disturb him. Sleeping in a car is painful. My neck always hurts me. Yeah, I doze off in cars very easily because I have motion sickness when I'm in cars, so I force myself to sleep because if I don't sleep, I'm probably going to get sick. And it ends up with my neck hurting every time. I'm glad to announce that I haven't traveled in cars for quite a while and hope to keep it that way for quite a while in the future too. Because, yeah, especially driving, being in car daytime with hot weather, I hate it. I'm so glad that my room is having air conditioner because when it gets to actual summer, I am going to hate it so much. It's barely spring here and I already hate it. He must have done for a while. Okay, we read that. Ira herself was the only one up there who was still awake, flipping to a magazine next to a portable light from her spot on the couch. It seems Mr. Holden needed to sleep despite his claims. You followed your moms into the back room and closed the door behind you before clawing onto the bed between them. It was a queen-sized bed, so there was enough space for the three of you together without too much squishing.
Good night.
Good night. Get a good rest, Zero. We've got a big day ahead of us tomorrow.
That's fantastic.
I'm looking forward to the bushwalking in the morning. It's been a long time since I was out in the nature like that. There will be plenty for us to see. Thank you for using our question of the day, which is basically me venting about how much I dislike that I have to see sunlight while I'm awake. You're gonna get annoyed from me ranting about sunlight because it's only the beginning. Oh, it actually hurts your eyes. That sucks. Do you wear like tinted glasses outside if it hurts your eyes a lot? It doesn't hurt mine, but I just hate the sunlight is a thing. I get kind of robotic when it's not cold outside, like my emotions kind of get robotic and as you can hear, I get kind of slow. I don't know. I just prefer cold weather and nighttime. You stayed awake for a while longer while your moms whispered about the park and forest in general. I have glasses, so sunglasses are not really. You actually can. It's kind of expensive, but you can get regular glasses, like with the way the glasses had to be for your vision, but also they can act like sunglasses and tint over when it's sunlight outside. Someone I know has them. They're expensive to get, but if you need to, yep, exactly, that's what I'm talking about, sunlight adjustment, that they tint themselves depending on how sunny it's around you. I also wear glasses. My glasses are very weird, like I don't have typical, how to say it, typical diagnosis for what is wrong with my eyes, so my glasses are very weird. Each side has different parameters for what is off with my eyes, and technically I'm almost blind with one of my eye. See ya! Thank you for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. With the sound of their voices in the background, eventually you nodded off to sleep. The next morning you were up bright and early, preparing for the day ahead. Yeah. It was nothing compared to your bed at home, but at least you didn't have to sleep on the floor, so you couldn't complain too much. Mao whined a bit about the firmness of the mattress, but Mom had only encouraged her to enjoy the trip while she could. While looking for a spot to get ready, you had some trouble finding a space of your own as the others were doing the same thing. Kofos perched on top of the counter, brushing his hair and tucking up his face every time someone wanted to move past. The parents were checking, double checking and triple checking that you had everything, to the point where you had to but stopped listening to it altogether. You knew you wouldn't be running to the RV at all day, but by the look of the backpacks that were packed up and ready to go, you doubt anything was missing from them. It didn't take much longer until you all exited the RV in a bustle and headed into the Redwood National Park. Ow! Cole had his head tilted up towards the canopy of trees, his eyes wide as he looked in a massive truck on either side of you. He knew that the redwood trees there were considered the tallest trees on Earth, but you weren't prepared for exactly how huge they would be in the person.
Come on.
Smile, you two. You spun just in time for Kyra to snap a picture of you and cough together before she pointed her camera at Cliff, trying to get a shot despite his weak protest that she should just enjoy the moment. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, my game is lagging again. Today's lag day. Your parents were walking behind the group a little, with Mom telling Ma some information she had read about the park in a brochure. Ma listened happily while looking around and taking in the sights, every now and then asking a question or making a joke about something Mom had said. You smiled at them, thinking your moms must have read a lot of pamphlets to know so much about the park. Maybe you should come and work here as tour guide if you know so much about the place, Elizabeth teased, earning a squeeze on the nose from Mom's. She seemed to be enjoying herself, but you thought that might just be because she was amused by everyone else's reactions. I have been several times in parks. I enjoy just sitting in quiet place, with few people and eating very basic food, because in nature sometimes food tastes better. It's very funny because I don't like getting out, but at the same time I enjoy getting out sometimes. Like, it makes me, it kind of disturbs how my daily routine works and whatnot, but it's not bad thing, so you're fascinating. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Seeing big trees is kind of impressive, especially if you're a short person. Not that you can be as tall as tree, obviously, but it's kind of like the smaller you are, the bigger everything looks. And trees in spaces like this are just humongous. Surrounding you on either side, the enormous tree shot up into the sky, the sunlight peeking through their canopy and speaking the path in front of you. The sheer size of the redwood made you feel like a tiny ant buzzing along through the forest. Yep, exactly this. That's what I mean. The adults had decided that some casual nature walking rather than any serious hiking, and you strode along on your pace, taking in the scenery. Elizabeth speed up a little, smirking at Cove as she found a place between the two of you, and immediately you could tell her expression she was gonna say something taunting. I can't believe our families are actually on vacation together. She threw her arms out, speaking with a genuine sense of bewilderment. I could have joked about something like this happening, but now I'm not sure I wanna give them any more ideas. Cole smiled at her, even if it was a little awkwardly, and continued walking along. Just watch, next year they'll be thinking about their next new amazing idea. She put on a fake voice deeper than her own. We should just sell both our houses and move in together. Think of how much we've saved on that mortgage. It was clear that Elizabeth was being sarcastic. Cove simply shook his head, not really bothered by her. I supposed he was used to it by this point. But seriously, they really do act like we're a single family just because we live across the street from each other. Elizabeth gave you and Cove a look, her eyes glinting with mischief as she leered at you. It's so funny, she kinda disliked Cole, but now Loki is trying to set us up, which it's endearing. As I said, the last two chapters she's weirdly positive and kind to us, and I had the expectation of her being kinda nasty in our teen years, but I misjudged her probably. Maybe one day we will be related. Legally, anyway. Yup, I knew it. Oh my god. Oh, Chad. I'm happy that she kinda ships us, because obviously my goal is to end up with Cove when we grow up, because he's such a sweet boy. He is the sweetest cinnamon roll you can see on earth. But I'm happy that she has nothing against her getting related. She said it as though she was a gossipy old lady. Maybe. I guess you and me could get married, Elizabeth. Oh. No fucking way! No fucking way! Oh! Oh my god! So he can't be jokey like this too. What the fuck? I can't believe he actually joked about this. Oh no. Oh, that's so funny. What? That's so funny. Oh, no way. I can't believe that he actually said that.
What?
What? Me? Yeah. Oh, shit. I clicked too fast. I need to see the log to read it. Not load, please. I don't need to go back. I'm still having a lag. Log. Please allow me. Oh, my game is lagging in. I think that my PC just needs a bit of a break from yesterday. Yeah. That way, Zero would be my sibling-in-law. Whoa, that would be fun. Oh my god, my game actually died. Oh no. No, no, no. I don't want to. Please. Yeah, ignore the exception, please. I got exception notice, that's bad. Let me actually save in case anything happens. Come on. Allow me to save, please. Yep. Yep. I'm sure I want to save. Please allow me. Save Zero, please. My PC is really having a hard time today. Okay, it's saved. Nice. So now we can. Elizabeth stuck her tongue out at Cove, as if the very idea was ridiculous. I want to joke with her. I want to join Cove. Oh my god, imagine saying him that we're gonna marry him, no? Yeah, I want to joke. He could just as easy marry you. But actually, you need two people's consent for a marriage, and there is no way I'd ever agree to that. Really? Never? That's breaking my heart. Oh my god, he actually can joke like this. It's so cute to see it. I didn't expect him to have it in himself. Elizabeth poked out her tongue at both of you, giving a sore look. She walked ahead, obviously not getting the responses she was looking for. Anya and Cole swapped amused looks. The day continued on, with plenty to see and experience. You passed a few different activities that you would have liked to try out if you had time, such as kayaking and rock climbing, but Ma said that you would have to wait for another trip. There were a little stream during the walk that you sat beside and set out picnic for lunch, nibbling on a selection of fruit sandwiches and chips. Various birds flew by overhead. You made a game out of guessing the species that were hanging out in the trees nearby. You even managed to get a couple of them right, including the kingfisher that grabbed half of Cliff's sandwich. I think we had a good time. I also am very happy to see Cove joking around, especially with Elizabeth, considering how they kinda didn't like each other before. It was definitely a special experience, and one you'd remember for a long time to come. You smiled to yourself, committing the sight of sounds to memory. Your group made it back to camp just as the sun was setting in the sky, and the stars were appearing one by one. Everyone had enjoyed different parts of it most, and traded stories of what thought while you were eating dinner. Then afterwards you pitched in to help clean up. You, along with Elizabeth and Cove, got to head back to the RV early and spend some time together while the parents stayed outside longer. It was nice to have the space to yourself after the cramped journey there. And while Elizabeth had locked herself in the back room with her headphones, you and Cove were left in the main lounge area. Of course I'm gonna hang out with Cove. What? I guess we should figure out something to do. Oh yeah, I forgot I gave this for his sports gear, his pin boy. I like him a lot. You took a seat on the sofa while Cole sat down on the other end, tapping his fingers against his knees. You know, I hardly ever see you wearing a jacket, especially in the summer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing as few layers as possible. It's easier that way. I'd rather be cold than extra hot, and it's kind of pain to carry extra clothes around. My parents made me bring this jacket. I relate so much to this. I hate wearing clothes that are near my skin and clothes that are like too much or like too many layers. It's funny because I go out usually with my regular day-to-day t-shirt and a shirt above, but something more than that, nope. I also hate carrying things in my hands. So yeah. Let me see. I'm the same way. Yep, exactly. They're bulky and heavy, and they usually make me feel too warm. Yep. Ooh, we're getting exceptions again. Please, game, work with me. Come on, it should be fine. Let me put the BGM while we're trying to set the game working. I'm sorry for the lag today. For some reason, thing is very laggy. I'm glad that I saved earlier because in case we need to close the game and open it again, I don't have much. Yep, it closed itself. Sad. I'm gonna open it again. A bit of lag won't stop us tell the story. But I genuinely think that my PC just started today. Okay, the game should be loading. Thank you for actually sticking up with me, even if you are just lurking. Or if you are using this recording as a lullaby to sleep on, because I think it's actually gonna work pretty well. Today I'm not, like, I screamed once because I got surprised. That's that. And the rest I think is kinda, I think it's kinda okay. Come on game, let me run, people. We have a bit more to end this chapter, and I was planning to end this chapter today and that to be for the stream. Tomorrow I'm gonna... the game's not running like this. Let me try another thing. Let me try another way to run it. In case I start lagging, it's because I'm running the game at the back, so sorry if I just stop moving. Oh. I don't want you to see that. Nice. I managed to stop it on time, so that's good. Come on. It's not that hard to function, please. Let me open this part so you can see me while I'm trying to set things up. It's very funny. Some days I get very discouraged by how bad my PC is. And some days I think, hey, yeah, this is training days for the time when I actually get better PC and can handle everything. Because I get to know how to handle scuff situations without worrying too much. Of course, that is mainly thanks to chat. The fact that chat is supporting me and people on Discord also support me when things get scuffed. Say, oh, it's okay. But yeah. You should be able to run, it's not that hard. It shows that the game is running, but the game is not showing. Oh, the game is starting to show. Nice. Okay, we got the game up. Let's close this. Bring back the sound so you guys can hear it. And open the game tab. Yay. Okay, you've seen it. That's nice. And we're back at it. You see? I told you guys we're gonna work it out. I'm so glad that I recorded it all. Yep. So I'm gonna run through this part.
Sure.
I clicked the different sentence, but it's good that here your own opinion of the characters matters more than okay. We didn't lose a lot. I'm glad that you don't have to look at this for a long time. Yep, and we agree with the clothes. Okay. And I've noticed that's kind of flirty. Like what you want to see me wear type of thing, but I'm also kind of interested in hearing. So, what type of stuff do you like? Do you think looks good on somebody else, not for yourself? That's so clearly flirting, boy. Cole's eyes widened at the question, and his defense reply seemed to slip out before he had the chance to have proper think about it. Nothing. A short laugh escaped you, and you stopped yourself quickly with a hand pressed against your mouth. Come on, that's not what I mean. You composed yourself and sat up straight, all traces of laughter disappearing from your face. Answer with what you do mean then. Isn't there anything at all you think looks good when you see on someone? Off mumbled under his breath, but you couldn't quite catch the words. He was having difficult time with the subject. Which one? I think rather than uncomfortable, he's always shy about stuff. Like, he gets shy very easy. And I kinda want to probe him a bit this time. So, that's not really it. Both seemed really grumpy about your statement, but you weren't ready to give up so easy. Please? Both sighed and looked down at his lap. There was a fidget with his hands. Stuart looked him to give answer.
I don't know.
He made an unimpressed sound over how this was going. Are you sure? Fine, I guess. I kind of like uncle bracelets. Uncle bracelets? Yeah, everyone can wear a pretty bracelets. Wrist one are cool too, but they're pretty normal. There's something fun or flirty about uncle. Oh my god, I didn't know. Oh no, we go to the flirty zone. I mean, uncle bracelet sounds cute, so I understand him. Oh, so he likes stuff like this. Oh, that's so cute. That's so fucking cute.
I mean...
It's more special or something. I don't know how to explain it. Bob brushed his knuckles against his cheek awkwardly, seemingly unsure where to go from there. Yeah. Let's not probe him too much because the poor guy is going to combust. Cove smiled at you, happy to hear he wasn't the only one who felt that way. When he said nothing else, you took a moment to gather your own thoughts. You. I mean, in character of the story, I see our characters realizing that they like Cove. So, yeah. You'd seen some good ones in the shops in town. You try to remember to check it out more closely next time you were there. Cove looked away again, feeling awkward about this. You gave him an understanding look, and soon enough he smiled like normal again.
Alright.
Well, now you have the answer too. What do you like for another person? Oh god, glasses, eyes, pretty hair, muscles. I mean, generally glasses, which is kind of funny considering I wear glasses. Like both glasses and pretty hair. I'm gonna say glasses. Go check out the store. You had said something highly amusing. Good luck. I hope you find some. With that topic abruptly dropped off, Cove officially had no more to say about it. The parents all arrived soon after, each of them climbing into the RV and finding some place to sit down and rest their legs. Elizabeth, who heard the commotion, came out from the room for the first time since arriving and joining you all. You spent the evening chatting and playing a few games, enjoying the last evening of the trip together. Bedtime arrived within the blink of an eye. The group hung down for the night. Your mom did a final round to be sure nothing had been left behind. She explained that Cliff was going to start driving early in the morning, like on the first day, but wouldn't be letting everyone else in the group sleep. There wouldn't be need for all of them to get up. Now was time to check you hadn't left anything outside. You, as well as everyone else, were confident you had it all packed up inside the RV, which meant it was time to go somewhere get some rest for the journey home tomorrow. Your mom and Elizabeth said goodnight, heading to the back room while you climbed up to the loft. Cove and his family got suited below in the previously set arrangement. You try to get comfortable as a million thoughts were running through your mind. It was hard to believe that the trip was practically over, and before you knew it, you'd be back in your old bed at home. Yep. I enjoyed the adventure. It was short, that was for sure, but you got to see and do so much during your time here. Oh no, it was nice break away from home. The minutes tickled by silently. It didn't take long for the soft snores of Cliff and Kyra to drift you up to they were asleep now. You wondered if Cove was still awake and decided to poke your head out from the loft to find out. You blinked into the dark. Looking down the hall, you notice Cove lying on his back, his eyes staring straight up at the ceiling. His seafoam hair was spread out on his sleeping bag. He must have felt you watching him because suddenly his eyes locked on yours. It was difficult to see much in the dim light, but you could make out the crooked smile on his face well enough. Bob shrugged in his bed while still smiling, or at least you thought he did. Cove looked unsure about it, but you were happy to see him slowly start to sit up anyway. His sleeping bag rustled and he moved, though he tried to slow and froze up like a deer in the headlights every time he made a sound, watching his parents for any sign of movement. Oh, I relate to this going outside and trying to do something like when you don't want to make a sound and you make way more sound than usual because you're trying to not make a sound. Eventually, he managed to maneuver around his sleeping dad and make it to the ladder, standing to the bottom rung where he looked up at you and whispered, "What?" I mean, we made him go up, so I'm not sure, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Do you want to come up? His eyes widened, just so you could only tell because he had come from where you were. Cove glanced behind him quietly and his sleeping parents before turning back to you. Okay. Oh, he's coming up. Nice. You broke out into a grin and scooched back as far as you could, making a space for Cove to go in. He was very tall, so it wasn't great for him, but he managed to squeeze himself in. Luckily, you were short enough to leave him with some room. Oh my god, that's so fucking cute. Oh no. I am dying. Help. Chat. Help. Tell me that this is not the cutest shit you have seen. Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh, they animated his eyes too. They animated his eyes. That's so cute. The fuck. Our parents are gonna be kinda concerned when we wake up, but I need this as like part of my screen. That's so fucking cute. Oh my god, I'm dying of cuteness here. You lay down next to each other and your eyes on their sides, face to face. He got under the blanket a bit. One of his arms were nestled under his head for comfort. The other had nowhere to go and was rested alongside his chest on the floor of the loft. Cove spoke to you softly. So, what am I doing here? Um. That's so cute. I'm dying. Cough raised an eyebrow, not having expected you to bring the topic up again.
It's okay.
You're still thinking about that? You don't have to worry about me that much, Zero. But thanks. It's okay. It isn't a big deal for us to both be in the loft, right? Yeah, I'm not it's not some huge thing. We shared a million times by now, and usually they're the ones encouraging us. Hope gestured in the direction of the parents, and you nodded in agreement. They had always tried to put you and Cove together, even since you were little. I wonder how much trouble we'll be in if we get caught. It wouldn't be nearly as much as if you would have been in. If my mom's found out you snuck into my room for the night at the start of summer. He winced, just imagining it. You can't believe I did that and it didn't get caught. It was a very dramatic morning. You could easily picture his frantic escape in front of your eye. Yeah, that was when he got into, since our houses are close, he had a hard time, like, he didn't know how to react to his mom moving in again after so many years. So he snuck into our room through the window, and I was like, how you do that, man? You're only 13. You kind of troublemaker, aren't you, Cove?
I mean,
No, I don't think so. Cove trailed off, and he seemed to be lost in his own thoughts. Well, maybe sometimes. Cove smiled fondly at you, and you grinned triumphantly. You spent the rest of the night smooshed up in the little loft together, whispering about your past memories and trying not to giggle too loud at the silly thing you had gotten up together over the years. Eventually the chatting trailed off, and when you noticed Kof had drifted off to sleep, you followed soon after. When you woke up in the next morning, it was to the rumble of the RV as traveled the long journey home. You noticed quickly that you weren't as warm as you had been during the night, and when you checked next to you, Kof was gone. Thinking simply, you peeked over to the edge of the loft to find out where he was gone. Maybe he has snuck back to his spot on the floor during the night? However, you soon noticed him sitting on the couch, talking quietly with his mom. His head hung in embarrassment. Your movement gave you away, and Kyra suddenly looked up and caught your eye. Oh my god. She simply smiled amusedly at you, and it was obvious what happened. Cole hadn't gotten away with it. They found him there in the loft, and then you woke up while he was trying to explain. Oh no! You know it was gonna be a long, long time before you lived this one down, if you ever did. Soon your moms and Elizabeth emerged from their room, dressed and ready for the day of travel. You spent most of the day hanging out together in the RV, savoring the last few hours of vacation. Kyra suggested a few different travel games she used to play with Coves when he was younger, and you all had a great time competing against each other. A little later in the day, you tried to talk to Cove about what happened in the loft, but he simply apologized and changed the subject. It was a bit too much for him to try speaking on, especially right now, you understood. When the RV finally pulled onto the street, it was well into the night, and you were looking forward to crawling into your own bed after the last few days away. Everyone else must have been feeling the same way, because it was mutually agreed that unpacking and cleaning the RV would wait until morning. Once home again, you went straight up to your room and dropped onto your bed, shoes, and all. You stretched out with a smile on your face, enjoying the space offered to yourself. With this last few thoughts drifting through your mind. It wasn't long before you dozed off to sleep. Tomorrow life would go on like normal. Okay, so we finished this part and I wanted us to finish this part. I'm glad that my PC cooperated. Let me save in case anything happens. I tried to read calmly because I thought that it really can. I hate that I don't have all DLCs, but there was no denying it. Today was the very... Hello, Boop. Hello. Hi. Hi. Thank you for joining. It's kind of at the end, but I'm very happy to see somebody else in chat. How are you, Scary? How is the day or the night, depending where you are from? I hope everything is going nice. We had our reading of the last bonus chapter of our life before we skip another summertime. And my PC kinda was bad, but oh, school. I hope your school day is not demanding. I'm fine. I'm planning to work on several things, so I decided to stream a bit earlier and to finish this chapter. My PC is a bit laggy, but we roll with it. Thank you for joining. I'm very happy to see new face in chat. Also sorry for the sound, I'm trying to fix my chair. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the follow, it helps a lot, thank you. Feel free to type exclamation point Discord. We have Discord for ourselves where I post information and we have games and such. If you want, if you like staying on Discord. Yay. Wait. Let me continue reading. My PC is so laggy today, Jesus Christ. There was no denying it. Today was the very last day of summer. Tomorrow you are heading to class. You're very on brand with you, Scary, by the way. We're heading to class too. I mean, I'm gonna be a high school student, so kinda anxious. It's a bummer. Yeah. Bye. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining chat. It's nice to see new people. Thank you for the follow too. Have a nice day at school. Summer had been so much fun. When you thought about going back to school, it was a sense of loss. Soon you wouldn't be able to choose how your days were spent without the school bell telling you were to where you to be and when. It was with a heavy heart that you chose your outfit for your final day of freedom. Life was going to be different. You had to come to think of summer vacation as a norm, but school sucked up the majority of the year, whereas the summer vacation was just respite in the middle. So, rather than it being different, it was kind of returning to the normal. What did your normal life really mean? You considered how fondly your moms talked about their summer vacation as kids. You dimly recognized that one year the pattern of school and summer itself would be over for you. For good, it was hard to imagine. You'd gotten distracted. One arm still out of a sleeve. You pulled it through and put your mind back to the present. The season had brought about plenty of changes of its own, like Ira's visit, though that too was coming to end today. Oh yeah, Kyra is sleeping. Oh, how is Cove going to feel about his mom leaving? Oh, that's questionable. Let me see. No, she's actually a very nice woman. I liked her. I got surprised how she got along with Cliff, considering they got divorced. I don't get why they got divorced. Um, um, oh, mine was made. Yeah, like I'm not extremely like fond of her, but she's very nice person. She was interesting to be around. You liked how easy it was to talk to her. Yep, exactly. You finished dressing, which was good. Cove would be there any moment. You'd agreed to see his mom off together. Officially, the plan was that he would come over to bring you around to his house when she was ready to set off, but you both knew that you'd be hanging out for at least a little while beforehand. Had a visit at Robot Coast when it first happened. It had been sudden change, thanks to Mr. Holden's infamous tendency to surprise people, but once he was able to adjust, he'd been in pretty good spirit with her around. It was a relief for everyone. You turned to your desk where the box containing your accessories resided. Ah, yep. Yeah, I'm gonna say that I bought one. Your eyes bored into the box. Should you wear it for Cole's visit today? Yeah. As you threaded the hoop through the clasp, you had to wonder if Cole would spot what you'd done and how he'd react if he did. A cheeky grin grew on your face. The next thought that crossed your mind was, it would only be polite to get the turf on Cove. You went downstairs to wait. You couldn't wait to see Cove, so you went downstairs to meet him when he arrived. Yeah, this. You bounded down the stairs, your hand gliding over the rail. You wanted to make sure you got there first. If you didn't hurry, your mouse might answer it. It was only a few minutes later when the doorbell rang. As you chosen to stand beside it to wait for Cove, there was no delay in pulling it open. Oh god, we got exception again. Why is my game giving exception so much? Let me save in case anything happens. Yep, over the one. Yay! Nice. Come on, please, close. Okay. Cove was there, just as you expected. Seeing you, he flashed your bright green.
Hey.
Hey, Zero. Hi. Smiling, you beckoned for him to come in and follow upstairs. Back in your room, you sat down on your bed and waited for Cove to settle in, as you knew he would. With other guests, you might have offered him a seat, but you and Cove were long past those tentative stages of friendship. Your room was familiar to him as his own. You watched as Cove sat down in your desk chair, his preferred spot. He rode in closer to the bed to make it easier to chat, tweaking the angle so that he was facing you fully. Once happy with the position, he leaned in towards you and held in his lap. His actions weren't the ones of someone who planned to moving from his spot anytime soon, even though you had an appointment to keep together that day. When is your mom leaving?
Don't worry about it.
We got some time. She still got a shower and stuff before she goes. She didn't want me to just keep hanging around while she was doing that. He lifted his head. He gazed drifting out through the window and chuckled. I can't believe she's already leaving, just when I am getting used to her being there every day. He leaned back in the chair. A rosy smile tickled his cheeks. I won't answer it. He cocked his head thoughtfully before shrugging. He ran a hand through his hair before shaking his head as if shaking off the topic like a dog whipping off water following a dip in the sea. Cove looked back at you. Lips parted as he was about to speak, but instead of his eyes widened and his mouth closed into a tiny frown, something had caught his attention. Something wrapped around where the end of your leg met your foot. He cast his eyes back up to your face, then down to your ankle and back up to your face. He repeated the process once, twice, as if struggling to hold the two items in tandem. He's like, wait, they actually voted because I said so? Oh. Maybe he was waiting up whatever this could be a coincidence or not. Or maybe he was just too shy to verbalize the thought, or was still trying to find the words. This was the most he could manage. Your attention made you feel bashful, amused, regretful, pleased. I mean, amused, I think. It was hard not to laugh at Cove's scrambled response. You stifled your laughter away with a hand clasped firmly around your mouth. Even so, you could feel the way the smile had lifted your face. On his next glance back to your face, Cove saw your expression and shifted. You watched as his bewilderment eroded into mortification as he realized he had been caught staring. He quickly spun in the chair to face the wall instead, allowing you to glimpse the flush that had spurred all the way to his ears. His embarrassment finally wore off enough for him to pipe up again. I thought you're not doing that to make fun of me. I hope that you're... You know about what I said before on the road trip. What did you say before? Cove groaned, tilting his head up to the ceiling. He had not bought your act. Why do I ever tell you things? I'm in the mood for bickering with him a bit. I think that he also gets that it's a joke, like, we're friendly. You lifted your leg up and pointed it towards his chair so he could get a better view. Cove just puffed in response. He jerked his face to the side. You waited patiently, not taking your eyes off him or lowering your foot until he gave in. With a roll in his eyes, he conceded.
It's nice.
I think it looks good. Cove prodded an accusing finger in your direction. But you already knew that, cause I told you. It's so nice. His comment drew a grin from you. He smiled back. The final straw of his frantic initial reaction swept aside. Cove perched an elbow on the chair arm and propped his jaw against his curved hand. There was a natural ease to his movement, a familiarity from the echoes of all times before when he sat in the same position. This was a really nice summer. Cove still nestled cozily in your chair, smiled at your response. How are your fish doing? Really good. Things in the tanks are stable and everybody looks healthy. That was nice to hear. You learned from Cove how hard it was to maintain an aquarium. Hobbit has been busy. He was staring between the plants and out again when I walked by. The game of peekaboo. Hobbit is the name of his fish. He has several fishes, and he allowed us to name one of the fishes, and I was like, how to name the fish, and called the fish Hobbit. Or hide and seek. Yeah. Cove idly glanced out the window. He gave a resigned sigh. It's gonna be harder to surf. You know, with school. It's getting colder out. I don't wanna get rusty. I mean, we didn't surf. We had company with him. Like, we stayed there and looked him surf. So I'm not sure. Yeah, I like surfing, but we should like to meet. I can't stick to the board. He gave a light smile, coupled with a shrug as response. Zero, call! A sudden call from downstairs caught you both unaware. You'd nearly forgotten the word outside the room. From the guilty look on his face, Cove had done the same. Just had a call. Cole's mom is ready to go. If you're quick, she might keep Manda smothering to the minimum. He stopped that, but it was nice that Mom and Mr. Reese had their strange sense of humor in common. Their eyes met Cove's wordlessly. You headed downstairs together. Oh, Jace, my game is dying. Come on, PC. Hold on for just a bit more. Oh, my PC fully died.